Welcome into 5 on your sideline. I'm Corey Miller. It is baseball season and we have a lot for you, from the high school Diamonds to the Cardinals in Milwaukee. We've also got a story on the Battlehawks hometown running back, City SC, going for their biggest win of the season, and a rainy second round at the Masters. But as always in St. Louis, baseball first. Best matchup of the day on the high school Diamond, and it lived up to it. Edwardsville visiting Francis Howell. Andrew Hendrickson going to get a run in for the Tigers on this deep sac fly to center field. Later on, it's Aiden Johnson with a shot down the line. That scores a Viking. This game went to extra innings where the Mizzou commit, Brett Norfleet, walked it off. Vikings win 8-7. John Burroughs taking on Webster Groves, battle of two good teams. The Bombers brought the bats out tonight. First is Griffin Barnett getting into one for a 2 RBI double to the fence. Then Will Chapman, he's going to get in on the action with a 2-run double of his own. Burroughs wins on the road at Webster Groves 8-3. Staying on our high school baseball theme, Frank Cusimano has a player on Sports Plus this Sunday you need to get to know right now. His name is Nazan Zanatello. He's a 6'3" senior shortstop for CBC. There are scouts in the stands for almost all of his games, and he's a top name on MLB draft boards later this year. Zanatello welcomes the pressure.
For a lot of people, it will be a lot of pressure on you, and it's a lot of pressure on myself, but I honestly think that pressure is a privilege, because if you have pressure, that means that a lot of great people are expecting great things out of you. So you got to stay poised and just live in the moment.
That's high school. Now the big boys. Cardinals in Milwaukee to face the Brewers, and it's a Contreras reunion. Wilson meeting his brother William at home plate. Play of the game from the Gold Glover. Brendan Donovan doesn't need the shift. Diving play on the left side of second. My goodness, what a play. Jack Flaherty had another weird outing. 5 innings, just 2 runs, but 6 more walks. Cardinals could not get anything going tonight. Tyler O'Neill back in the lineup, grounds out with the bases loaded. That ends that inning. Arenado's going to smash his bat later on. He's so upset. Cardinals losing a shutout 4-0. We may be only a week into this new season, but this is St. Louis. It is never too early to overanalyze. So ahead of this Brewers series, we brought in our Cardinals analyst for 2023, the Athletics' Katie Wu, to do just that. We're now going to welcome in our Cardinals insider for 2023, Katie Wu from The Athletic. And Katie, we're only a week into the season. We've got plenty of storylines to follow. A little bit of drama, too. We got to talk about that right off the top. You were at the game. You saw the Tyler O'Neill play. You heard the back-and-forth comments from Ollie Marmol. You've had an overview of this whole thing. Sort this out for us, please.
Well, Corey, we've wanted baseball to be back for so long, and here we are. 5 games into the season and a little bit of turmoil between manager Ollie Marmol and starting outfielder Tyler O'Neill. We've seen the play. We know the controversy. Did Tyler hustle? Depends who you ask. But Tyler certainly seemed to take exception, not to the message that his manager was sending, but the fact that it was aired out publicly.
Just this first week of the rotation, how would you dissect what's happened there?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I do find it a little difficult to evaluate starting pitching this early in the season. I like to wait to see 2 to 3 starts before making definitive admissions about the rotation. However, I do think that's fair to say that they have significantly underperformed from a box score perspective, especially in the first couple of innings. The Cardinals have allowed 20 runs in their 6 games in the first 2 innings. They have 9 runs in the first innings. That's second in the National League to only the Pirates, who have allowed 10.
The moment's really not too big for this kid.
No, not at all. For Jordan Walker, 6 major league games, a 6-game hitting streak. You can't draw it up really better than that. Look, Jordan Walker has the rookie phenom tag for a reason. He is truly an exceptional talent. There will be some growing pains. We've seen a little bit of maybe some missed cutoff plays in right field, him learning the caroms off the wall. Ollie Marmol chalked that up to more excitement than anything. The Cardinals are really excited to see what they have in right field, and Jordan Walker, of course, has shown that, hitting his first home run in the last homestand of his professional career was the cherry on top there.
Let's talk about this weekend's opponent, the Milwaukee Brewers, first NL Central matchup for the Cardinals this year. Do you really just see it as the last couple of years? It's been Brewers, Cardinals, Brewers, Cardinals. Is that the same script this year?
I think the Cardinals came in as the definitive favorite for the NL Central, but you can't count out this Milwaukee team. When you're looking at the rotation and the types of pitchers that the Cardinals will face, they'll, thankfully for St. Louis, skip Corbin Burns, but Brandon Woodruff, Eric Lauer, Freddie Peralta, those are all some high leverage arms as well. So a good first test in the division. I thought the Cardinals held their own pretty well against Toronto. Atlanta, not so hot, of course. And then with the Brewers, you're essentially seeing 3 potential playoff teams in a row. It'll be good to see how St. Louis stacks up this early.
That is The Athletic's Katie Wu. I am Corey Miller, and we will be right back. Well, we will be right back, and when we come back, I'm sitting down with the Battlehawks hometown running back. And his dive, we're going to dive into his unique journey on the football field. We'll be right back. The Battlehawks have St. Louis loving football once again. For years, the Rams helped kids dream of one day playing in the Dome in front of a wild crowd. For Battlehawks running back and Metro East native Brian Hill, the dream of playing at the Dome has been realized, and the dream of getting back to the NFL continues. Brian Hill has had a unique football journey. High school at Belleville West, college at Wyoming, a stint in the NFL with Atlanta and Cincinnati, and now the XFL. And the hometown kid is happy to be home.
I was just waiting for the draft. I knew I had to come out in the XFL and prove myself to get back in the league, and I knew that St. Louis had a team, so I always knew in the back of my head if I went to St. Louis, I would like it. First time playing home since high school.
As a St. Louis Rams fan when he was younger, Hill now gets to fire up the crowd he was once a part of, even though the NFL team ditched our town.
I was sad. It was my sophomore year in college, so I was thinking, dang, if I go, like I always had that in the back of my mind, like maybe I get to play for the hometown team, but after they left to LA, it was like, okay, there's no chance I'm ever going back home to play now.
You told me after that first game, you came to games watching the Rams. What was it like to run out here and hear 40,000 people cheering for you when you were in those same seats?
That was lit, man, I can't lie. Just to be in the stands, to playing in front of the people in the stands, that's just a great feeling, you know. I was able to look around, see a lot of people I knew in the stands from high school, family, friends, so it was a great experience for me.
And Hill has been producing. He's the XFL's second leading rusher and has produced some big moments for the 5-2 Battlehawks.
A people's elbow.
And the dream still remains, to get back to the highest level of football.
It's my journey, you feel me? It's the route that I chose. And like I said, I'm just trying to get back to the NFL, so this opportunity is more than I can ask for. I just want to take the rest of the games we have and make a play every chance I get.
But before he can get back to the NFL, Hill is part of a Battlehawks team that could do something special themselves. They control their own playoff destiny and know what needs to be done to finish this season.
I mean, that was the plan since we got this team together in January. We want to make it to the playoffs and we want to make it to the championship.
Brian Hill brings championship back to St. Louis. How good does that sound?
That's a headline I can get behind for sure. We got to just make it happen first and then we can celebrate. Hopefully have a parade out here in St. Louis.
This 5 on Your Side St. Louis City SC coverage is sponsored by Together Credit Union.
Well, they couldn't go undefeated forever, but City SC's loss to Minnesota last week did not knock them off the top of the MLS Western Conference standings. This week, though, they're heading up to Seattle, the team just 2 points behind them in second place. City has shown no problem heading into hostile environments so far this season, winning in Austin, Portland, and Salt Lake City. Facing the Sounders in Seattle may be the toughest test yet, though. City still has the largest goal differential in the league and has not allowed a non-penalty kick goal in almost a month. But they are making no bones about how hard moving to 6-1 will be on Saturday.
This is for sure our toughest opponent so far, coming off a loss. Like I said, we want to respond real well. We want to go in there, and it's going to be a real test for us. You know, I think a lot of people are really going to be seeing if we're legit and if we're actually a real good team. So hopefully we can go in there and prove why we were 5-0.
To say that even in the same breath of air, in the same sentence, it's 1 against 2 and it's 1 St. Louis against 2 Seattle, I mean, people would be dreaming if they told us this a couple of years ago, right? But here we are, because we empty the tank every single day on the field of play. So it's credit to the boys. And again, you know, we're 6 games in now. We can't really forecast and project too long and too much. We've had a good start, but that's it. It's a good start. Now we have to start again.
man, doesn't that music just get you in the mood for a pimento cheese sandwich and a walk amongst the azaleas? It's Masters Week, and it's a wet one. Second round play was suspended today after stormy weather in Augusta. Play will resume at 7 a.m. Central Time tomorrow. Look at this wild video. That's a shot of the trees crashing down on the grounds as weather moved in. Thankfully, everybody was okay. Tiger Woods could be better. He's right on the cut line of +2 right now with that suspended second round. Brooks Koepka has the lead at 12 under, back in the spotlight after his LIV Tour hiatus. But this is the story. Amateur Sam Bennett is in third place at 8 under. He's a student at Texas A&M. Since he's an amateur, he can't claim any prize money this week, but he says that's okay with him.
Person who finished second last year, the Masters made $1.6 million. I mean, is there any part of you that sees the prize money?
Yeah, I don't know. NIL's been pretty good this year.
Sam is taking it better than I would take it if I found out I was missing out on a couple $1 million. That will do it for 5 on Your Sideline this week. I am Corey Miller. Have a great weekend, St. Louis.
Up the middle.